In the year 20XX, dimensional gates unleashed monstrous crystal beasts, bringing humanity to its knees. But in the chaos, some humans awakened the power to hatch and control these very same beasts. These gifted individuals became known as crystal beast tamers, an elite force fighting back. With immense power came incredible wealth and privilege, placing them at the top of the New World Order. For our hero, however, that world of power and glory feels a million miles away. He wakes up feeling an immense pressure, as if pinned down by an unseen force. The weight on his chest is revealed to be a woman named Lily, who somehow ended up in his bed. As he panics over her tight embrace, an inconveniently timed call from his little sister rings out. He answers the phone, trying to sound casual while trapped in a very awkward position. Suddenly, the news from his sister sends him into a state of shock, forcing him to spring into action immediately. His sudden movement wakes Lily, who sleepily asks what's going on as he stammers for an explanation. Hearing his sister is in danger, Lily's demeanor instantly shifts to one of fierce determination. He's completely flustered that she's ignoring their compromising position, but agrees they must rush to the rescue. Meanwhile, his sister Luna is cornered by thugs, desperately trying to bluff her way out using her brother's reputation. Their boss, a menacing man in a cowboy hat, emerges from the shadows with a massive crystal beast. He scoffs at mere physical strength, revealing his own power as a certified crystal beast tamer from the association. Luna's hope shatters as the thugs mock her brother, claiming he's a talentless nobody who stands no chance. Just then, her brother dramatically bursts onto the scene, arriving with Lily right by his side. The thugs sneer at his arrival, surprised he'd be foolish enough to walk right into their trap. The boss sizes him up, smugly warning the boy that he's messing with forces far beyond his understanding. The boss makes a vile offer, demanding the hero's sister kneel and beg to spare his life. He then elaborates on his disgusting intentions for Luna, revealing his cruel and predatory nature. His attention suddenly shifts to Lily, sizing her up with a lecherous and appraising gaze. The boss reaches out, suggesting Lily could serve as a replacement for the hero's sister. In a flash, the hero lands a powerful punch squarely on the boss's jaw, sending his hat flying. The force of the blow sends the man sprawling to the ground, dazed and utterly humiliated. Holding his bruised face, the boss screams in disbelief at how much a simple punch hurt him. The hero cracks his knuckles, confidently boasting that his body is hundreds of times stronger than a normal human's. Furious, the boss orders his massive purple crystal snake to attack and destroy the insolent boy. The crystal snake lunges forward, charging a massive energy blast in its mouth to obliterate its target. The snake's energy blast collides with the hero, creating a massive, colorful explosion that rocks the entire warehouse. The boss clutches his face in pain, gloating that his expensive beast's corrosive venom will surely finish the boy off. His lackey joins in, laughing cruelly and making disgusting threats against Luna, confident in their victory. Luna watches in absolute horror, her hope fading as she fears for her brother's life. But as the dust settles, the hero stands completely unscathed, mocking the boss for needing to buy his power. With a confident smirk, he channels a brilliant golden energy, preparing to reveal his own true strength. The thug's jaw drops in disbelief, completely stunned that this nobody could have a contracted beast. At her master's call, Lily is enveloped in a blinding light, beginning a spectacular transformation. Her form shifts and solidifies, her clothes morphing into a suit of elegant crystalline armor. She emerges as a majestic royal-class humanoid crystal beast, asking for permission to punish the villains. The boss is completely floored, questioning the very existence of a humanoid crystal beast. He frantically orders his terrified snake to attack, clutching a remote control in desperation. Furious at its defiance, he repeatedly presses the control device, trying to force his beast into submission. The control device zaps the snake with a powerful electric current, punishing it for disobeying. Enraged by the blatant cruelty, Lily shatters the control device with a single, decisive blow. The hero coolly informs the desperate boss that with the control device broken, his beast is now free. He then offers the freed crystal snake a chance to escape its cruel master by forming a contract with him. The snake accepts the offer, and the hero reveals his true gift is the ability to form multiple contracts. A system window confirms the contract, initiating the purple crystal snake's transformation into a humanoid. The hero proudly reveals his ultimate trump card, the power to transform his contracted beasts into a human form. The newly humanoid snake beast gratefully pledges her absolute loyalty to her new master. She gets uncomfortably close, offering herself as his new pet and overwhelming the flustered hero. This display of affection immediately sparks Lily's jealousy, leading to a heated confrontation between the two beasts. Meanwhile, the authorities arrive to arrest the defeated boss and his thugs, who struggle against their restraints. A female officer lists the boss's numerous crimes, confirming he'll face a very long prison sentence. The officer thanks the hero for his help, but he humbly states he was only there to rescue his sister. She points out the illegality of owning a black market beast, especially for an unregistered individual. Impressed by his power, the officer suggests he officially register as a crystal beast tamer. His sister Luna suspiciously asks if he's brought home another woman, but he quickly changes the subject. Later, he studies for the tamer exam, contemplating how becoming certified could drastically improve their lives. The hero is stunned when Lily announces she's still hungry after devouring a massive meal. She playfully suggests her insatiable appetite might be a sign that she's about to evolve. His mind immediately races, imagining the alluring new forms his beast could take after her transformation. Filled with new determination, he resolves to pass the tamer test to provide for Lily's evolution. His train of thought is broken when the snake beast wraps around him, demanding he give her a name too. He names her Fizz, a choice she adores, much to the fiery jealousy of Lily watching from the side. Later, the officer calls him while on a treadmill, confirming an entry-level tamer test is happening next week. She promises to send him study materials to ensure he passes, asking for his assistance on future cases in return. Days later, the written exam is over, and the candidates gather in a massive stadium for the practical test. Standing beside the giant snake, the hero decides to keep his humanoid beasts a secret and let Fizz fight in her original form. Out of nowhere, a small aggressive blue bird-like crystal beast dives towards Fizz. The hero shouts a warning to his startled snake, preparing for an unexpected battle. A panicked girl rushes forward, desperately pleading for them not to harm her crystal beast. Her unruly bird crashes into her, and she struggles to restrain it while apologizing for the chaos. She finally calms her disobedient beast, sheepishly explaining she's a new and inexperienced tamer. The girl introduces herself as Jiang Xinling, and the hero gives his name, Chen Xing, diffusing the tense situation. Filled with competitive spirit, she wishes him the best, eager to face the upcoming challenge together. Other candidates gossip as she leaves, with one recognizing her bird as a rare and valuable crystal beast. An announcer calls Chen Xing to the arena, outlining the test's simple rule: win before time runs out or fail. His opponent's beast is revealed to be a soldier-class windling, a common but swift avian creature. From the stands, the commentators smugly declare Chen Xing's snake has no chance against an aerial opponent. Undeterred, the hero orders Fizz to launch a powerful venomous projectile at the bird. The swift windling effortlessly dodges the attack, weaving through the air with incredible speed. The judges dismiss Chen Xing's tactics as a rookie mistake, already writing him off as a failure. On the arena floor, Fizz appears sluggish and exhausted, seemingly outmatched by the circling bird. Seeing its chance, the windling dives in for what it believes will be the finishing blow. But it was all a trap, as Chen Xing gives the signal and Fizz springs into action, ensnaring her prey. The once tired snake now glows with power, tightly constricting the captured and helpless bird. With her opponent completely immobilized, Fizz opens her jaws to deliver the final decisive strike. The announcer is left speechless by the sudden reversal, while the lead judge calmly praises the beginner's clever feint. With his victory announced, Chen Xing coolly reflects that becoming a tamer seems surprisingly simple. He then spots Jiang Xinling in the arena, eager to witness the power of her unruly bird. She reveals her beast's true form, a magnificent divine-class ice crystal phoenix, which she orders to attack. Her opponent's beast, a common red-spotted leopard, charges forward to meet the challenge. The leopard is defeated in an instant, and the announcer declares Jiang Xinling the winner of her match. But before she can celebrate, a strange fiery beast materializes on the field, leaving Chen Xing baffled. The ferocious new creature roars, squaring off against a surprisingly calm Jiang Xinling. A close-up reveals Jiang Xinling's unwavering focus, completely unfazed by the sudden threat. As the fiery beast strikes, Lily suddenly appears in her human form, blocking the attack to protect Jiang Xinling. Chen Xing watches in horror, completely bewildered as to why his own beast has just joined the fray. Lily strains to hold back the ferocious beast, shocked by its overwhelming power as Jiang Xinling is thrown to the ground. The enraged creature ignores Lily and lunges directly at the vulnerable Jiang Xinling. Snapping out of his stupor, Chen Xing realizes he can't just stand by and watch. Zhang Xinling looks up, startled and frozen as the beast closes in for the kill. In a flash, Chen Xing dives into the arena, pulling the stunned girl out of harm's way. Lily calls out for backup, admitting this opponent is too strong for her to handle by herself. With a new resolve, Chen Xing takes command, ready to lead his team into a coordinated battle. Fizz joins Lily on the field, and they both observe the fiery leopard, noting its crazed and irrational state. Zhang Xinling confirms the leopard went berserk after their fight and declares she and her phoenix will join the battle. Wasting no time, Chen Xing orders Fizz to launch a venomous counterattack. The berserk leopard leaps over Fizz's venomous spray, which splatters uselessly on the arena floor. But the venom's fumes are enough to affect the beast, whose eyes glow with a sickly green light as it roars in agony. Seizing the opportunity, Chen Xing signals Lily to move in for the takedown. Lily unleashes a devastating blow, intercepting the disoriented leopard in midair. With the beast subdued, Chen Xing stands victoriously over his fallen foe, his team assembled behind him. Test officials finally arrive on the scene, rushing to check on Zhang Xinling and apologize for the chaos. Chen Xing listens intently as the officials wonder how one of their own carefully raised beasts could have gone berserk. The chief examiner approaches Chen Xing, praising his performance and introducing herself with a confident smile. Her attention quickly shifts to Lily, her eyes widening as she speculates about the existence of a humanoid crystal beast. Intrigued, the examiner insists on a checkup, placing a confused Lily into a high-tech diagnostic pod for analysis. The examiner marvels at Lily, admitting a humanoid crystal beast is a first for the association. She reveals her own beast is nearly human-like but pales in comparison to Lily's unique form. To demonstrate, she summons her own stunning seven-tails fox beast in a swirl of energy. The fox beast immediately takes a liking to Chen Xing, surprising the examiner with his strange appeal. Suddenly, Fizz begins to glow with a powerful red aura, coiling around a concerned Chen Xing. A look of dawning realization crosses his face as he understands what's happening to his snake. A system notification confirms his suspicion. Fizz is evolving to the soldier rank, gaining powerful new abilities. The group watches in awe as the evolution completes, with the examiner deducing it was triggered by the recent battle. The examiner explains that beasts evolve through experience, but their evolutionary paths can vary greatly. When Lily asks why she hasn't evolved, the examiner theorizes that stronger beasts simply require far more experience. The examiner notes that evolved beasts require special capsules, which she generously provides to the cash-strapped Chen Xing. He prepares to use the gifted capsule, pressing it against Fizz's glowing, newly evolved scales. In a swirl of crimson energy, Fizz is successfully stored away, much to Chen Xing's relief. A panicked Lily objects to being put in a capsule, but Chen Xing smugly clarifies it's not for her. The examiner officially names him a junior crystal beast master and extends an open invitation to her lab. She then gets a little too close for comfort, promising rewards for more humanoid beast samples. Leaving the test hall, Chen Xing celebrates his new status and the financial security that comes with it. He's surprised to find Zhang Xinling waiting outside, determined to thank him for saving her life. Flustered and humbled, she offers to grant him any reasonable request as a show of gratitude. After a brief moment of greedy contemplation, Chen Xing awkwardly suggests they start by just being friends. Completely misreading the situation, Zhang Xinling blushes, believing he's just asked her to be his girlfriend. He watches in confusion as she stammers that she needs to think about it, then scurries away. She promises to deliver her answer the next time they meet, leaving him utterly bewildered. As night falls, Chen Xing returns to his apartment to rest after a long and eventful day. Lying in bed beside a sleeping Lily, he ponders the day's mysteries before deciding to push them aside for now. But his rest is interrupted when Fizz's capsule on the nightstand begins to pulse with a strange red light. From the light emerges Fizz, now in a stunning humanoid form, declaring her intention to join him. The bewildered tamer finds himself trapped between the sleeping Lily and his newly affectionate snake beast. Meanwhile, a mysterious voice echoes in Lily's dream, urging her to awaken and begin her path to kingship. The voice reveals a vision of her regal future, explaining she must seek the 12 Knights to unlock her true power and rule the Crystal Beast world. The next morning, Lily excitedly recounts her dream of kingship, confirming the mysterious voice's message. Chen Xing recalls hearing a similar voice about her destiny when he first discovered her in the wild. He glances skeptically at the snack-loving Lily, humorously doubting her current qualifications for royalty. With a new goal in mind, they arrive at the towering local branch of the Crystal Beast Master Association. Chensing explains to a curious Lily that this is where he must take on jobs to earn money and exclusive association points. A receptionist greets the new junior master, and Chensing immediately gets down to business, inquiring about available missions. He's underwhelmed by the menial tasks and low rewards, which the receptionist blames on fierce competition among beginners. But then he spots a mission with a massive reward, questioning why such a lucrative job remains unclaimed. The receptionist nervously warns him that the mission was posted by the infamous Dr. Qiang, whose jobs are notorious for bringing bad luck. Intrigued by the mystery and the high payout, Chensing seriously considers taking on the cursed, high-risk commission. Brushing off the warnings, Chensing confidently accepts the cursed mission, ready to test his luck. He arrives at the vast white pine forest, realizing the mission's vague directions make finding the target a challenge. While training along the way, he asks Lily if she feels any closer to evolving, but she shows no signs of change. Lily looks downcast, apologizing to her master for her slow progress despite their efforts. Suddenly, Lily spots their target, a rare, infant-stage twin-tail crystal beast. With a greedy grin, Chensing prepares a capsule, attempting to coax the small creature into capture. His intimidating approach spooks the beast, forcing him and Lily into a frantic chase through the woods. The chase separates him from Lily, leaving him alone and wondering where the twin tail vanished. His senses suddenly alert him to a hidden presence, and he cautiously takes cover. A sinister poacher reveals himself, gloating over capturing the twin tail in his trap and planning to sell it illegally. While hiding, Chensing feels Fizz's capsule shaking, realizing her agitation is linked to her black market past. The poacher summons a monstrous poison spider, accusing the hidden eavesdropper of being from the dark underworld gang. Chensing steps out with the humanoid Fizz, confronting the man about his illegal poaching ring. The poacher's eyes gleam with greed as he sizes up Fizz, seeing another rare and valuable beast to capture. He orders his spider to attack, and it immediately shoots a powerful stream of purple webbing. Fizz nimbly dodges the first wave, but the relentless attack quickly closes in on her. Despite her speed, Fizz is ultimately ensnared in the spider's glowing, inescapable trap. The poacher gloats over his victory and commands his spider to move in with its poison-dripping fangs. Knowing a single bite would be disastrous, Chensing quickly orders Fizz to use a counterattack. Fizz's eyes ignite with a hypnotic power as she unleashes her serpent's gaze ability. The poison spider is instantly paralyzed by the hypnotic gaze, its body crackling with chaotic energy. Stunned by this turn of events, the poacher realizes both their beasts are now trapped in a stalemate. Chensing, however, remains unfazed, knowing he has another ace up his sleeve to turn the tables. He reveals the webbing only caught Fizz's upper body, allowing her powerful tail to strike freely. In a flash, the poacher finds himself bound and helpless as Chensing smugly declares his victory. Rummaging through the defeated man's belongings, he discovers a stash of valuable energy crystals and a mysterious potion. Deciding to let the association handle the poacher, Chensing secures the twin tail, completing his mission. Just as he's about to leave, a sudden noise makes him turn, searching for his missing companion. He finds a bloodied and battered Lily, who desperately warns him to flee from an unseen danger. A menacing woman from the dark underworld gang appears with her own beast, shifting her focus from Lily to eliminating Chensing first. Chensing faces the gang member, connecting her to the poacher, as Lily warns him of her dangerous power. The woman commands her needle stinger bee to unleash a barrage of explosive needles. Fizz leaps in front of Chensing, absorbing the devastating attack meant for him. Caught in the blast, Chensing is shocked that she dared to attack a Crystal Beastmaster directly. She mockingly dismisses his outrage, questioning why he'd expect a villain to play fair. With a cruel smile, she gives the final order to eliminate him. Her beast lunges forward but halts abruptly, leaving its master completely bewildered by its inaction. Despite her injuries, a defiant Fizz reveals her glowing eye, refusing to be defeated. Praising his beast's effort, Chensing recalls the injured Fizz, leaving the enemy beast still paralyzed. The gang member boasts about her night-level beast, which promptly shatters the paralysis with its superior power. The gang member scowls in frustration, realizing her targets and the captured beast have vanished. Knowing Fizz is too injured to fight, Chensing strategizes how to handle the night-level beast on his own. A flustered Chensing is caught off guard as Lily suddenly leans in close to him. She reveals he carries the same sweet scent as their enemy, making him realize he's been marked by a tracking spell. He urges a confused Lily to take the twin tail and flee, prioritizing her safety over the mission. He explains the coming battle is too dangerous, determined to protect the mission's target from harm. With a sly grin, he presents the poacher's energy crystals, instructing a stunned Lily to consume them all for a power boost. Meanwhile, the gang member confidently hunts them down, knowing her tracking scent has already marked her prey. He eagerly asks if she feels an evolution coming, only for her to complain about being full, leaving him to ponder what's missing. Suddenly, a massive surge of crackling energy erupts, signaling a dramatic and unexpected transformation. A blinding flash of light erupts from Lily, her body crackling with immense evolutionary power. Just as the transformation peaks, the gang member corners a stunned Chen Xing, declaring the hunt is over. The newly transformed Lily stands protectively before her master, offering to surrender to save his life. The villain cruelly rejects the offer, deciding it's far easier to eliminate Chen Xing and take Lily without complications. Overwhelmed with guilt, Lily blames her own weakness for her inability to protect the master who cared for her. Her inner thoughts reveal a desperate wish to complete her evolution, confident it would grant her victory. An unexpected surge of power catches the gang member off guard, her confident smirk vanishing instantly. A massive draconic aura erupts from Lily's silhouette as she issues a powerful command to free her master. Chen Xing watches in utter amazement, realizing with a jolt that Lily has finally completed her evolution. Her transformation is complete, revealing her new form, a royal-type apprentice knight, crackling with soldier-level power. The gang member smirks, using the captured Chen Xing to blackmail the newly evolved Lily. Lily's new skills are revealed, manifesting a draconic aura that unleashes a wave of pure power. The self-proclaimed Queen Bee is visibly shaken, her confidence shattered by Lily's overwhelming presence. Seizing the moment of her distraction, Chen Xing breaks free and orders Lily to attack. The villain desperately commands her beast to launch another volley of explosive needles. With glowing eyes, Lily effortlessly counters the attack, unleashing a storm of her own fiery energy. The gang member is stunned by Lily's immense power, realizing her evolution was far more significant than expected. Lily dives, engulfing the enemy beast in a roaring pillar of flame, completely overwhelming it. As her first beast falls defeated, the villain warns them the fight isn't over, hinting at another ace. Unfazed by her loss, she unleashes a new, sinister purple aura, preparing to summon another powerful beast. A sudden intervention from off-screen leaves the villain completely stunned and furious. She realizes the captured Twintail has summoned a massive, powerful-looking ally from its tribe. Recovering her arrogance, she scoffs at the idea that one more wild beast could possibly defeat her. Yet she chooses to retreat in a flash of purple energy, promising a future reckoning. Chen Xing watches her flee, questioning if all her big talk was just a bluff. He smirks, amused by the villain's tough facade crumbling into a hasty escape. The giant wolf-like beast approaches them, its intentions unclear as it lets out a low sound. Lily surprisingly translates, revealing the beast is thanking Chen Xing for saving its young and extending an invitation. He expresses his shock at her ability to communicate with beasts, which she admits is only a basic understanding. Seeing a rare opportunity, Chen Xing agrees to follow the beast, hoping to discover something unexpected in its territory. The giant beast leads them through a glowing portal into what Chen Xing suspects is the Fox Demon Tribe's territory. They arrive at a hidden sanctuary, a tranquil lake surrounded by the entire Fox tribe. Chen Xing is impressed, realizing this secret location is completely uncharted by the association. Their welcome is cut short as the local beasts surround them with hostility, wary of humans after the poachers' attack. A snarling fox beast lunges forward, making its aggressive intentions clear to the startled pair. Their guide, the Five-Tail, roars fiercely, asserting its authority and shielding them from the tribe. The tribe submits, and Lily translates that they've been granted sanctuary in this sacred land. She warns him away from a cursed ancestral stone, but Chen Xing casually dismisses the danger. Despite his indifference, a strange energy envelops Lily, who feels an undeniable pull from the sacred stone. The power surges uncontrollably around her, causing Chen Xing to cry out in alarm as she's caught in the vortex. The vortex of energy yanks Lily towards the stone as Chen Xing watches in horror. The energy coalesces, revealing a mysterious fox-like woman emerging from the ancient stone. This powerful being immediately recognizes Lily's long-lost aura, identifying her as a red dragon descendant. Lily correctly identifies the woman as the ancestor of the nine-tailed crystal beasts, much to the ancient being's surprise. With a sly smile, she introduces herself as Amaterasu, the legendary progenitor of the entire Nine-Tail tribe. She reveals the ancient history of a fallen red dragon king, whose aura Lily mysteriously shares. Amaterasu then critiques Lily's current power, dismissing her as a weak descendant with only a faint trace of the true bloodline. Unfazed by the critique, Chenxing defiantly takes Lily's hand, vowing they will grow stronger together. He then brings up Lily's prophetic dreams of becoming a king, seeking answers from the ancient being. Amaterasu acknowledges the legend of the king's future return, but casually dismisses it as mere nonsense. Amused by their bond, Amaterasu gifts Lily a powerful sword with a flick of her wrist. The weapon is identified as the damaged Torrent Sword, a Lord-level item that enhances water-type abilities. Lily is stunned by the gift, barely able to believe she's holding such a precious weapon. The ancient being casually waves it off, explaining the damaged sword is a simple investment in the future king. Before disappearing, she tasks them with finding 10 divine swords scattered across the world after the king's fall. As she vanishes, Chenxing realizes their new mission is to find these divine swords to unlock Lily's true power. The moment she wields it, the sword erupts with uncontrollable energy, trapping Lily in a watery vortex. From the torrent of power, a ferocious draconic water spirit lunges forth. Both master and beast are left speechless as the colossal water dragon fully materializes before them. Lily cries out for help as she's dragged into a watery abyss, with Chenxing desperately rushing to save her. Chenxing dives fearlessly into the watery abyss, reaching out to reassure a terrified Lily. He holds her steady, reminding her of her red dragon heritage and urging her to master the chaotic energy. With newfound resolve, Lily's expression hardens as she understands her master's words. The colossal water dragon continues its rampage, a pure manifestation of the sword's untamed power. Lily channels her focus, holding the torrent sword and commanding the wild spirit to yield to her authority. The draconic spirit lets out a final roar of defiance against its new master. It then lunges forward, testing the so-called king to see if she is worthy of its power. Unflinching, Lily's eyes blaze with power as she boldly accepts the spirit's challenge. The single dragon transforms into a multi-headed hydra, swarming her with overwhelming force. Amaterasu watches in disbelief, admitting she misjudged Lily's potential as she unlocks an even greater power. Amaterasu realizes Chenxing is more than just a tamer, recognizing his ability to awaken the red dragon's bloodline. With the trial over, the entire fox tribe bows in unison, showing their reverence to the newly acknowledged pair. Lily is flustered by the sudden display of fealty, unsure how to react to the tribe's submission. Lily translates the Five Tails' message. They are now honored guests, invited to witness the tribe's most sacred evolution ceremony. The tribe's hospitality extends to a feast which Lily eagerly enjoys. As the full moon rises, the entire tribe gathers and howls, beginning their ancient ritual. Lily explains the spectacle. The young beasts are absorbing the full moon's energy to trigger their evolution. The moonlight's power takes effect as one of the young beasts begins to sprout new glowing tails. The twin tail they rescued successfully completes its evolution, now surrounded by a powerful dark aura. Lily translates the newly evolved Three Tails' wish. It wants to repay their kindness by joining them on their journey. The Five Tail puts the newly evolved beast in its place, asserting its dominance over the younger fox. Lily translates that the elder believes the Three Tail is too inexperienced and arrogant to travel with humans yet. Chenxing reassures the young beast, promising to wait until it's strong enough to join their adventures. Just as Chenxing plans their departure, a sudden interruption stops him in his tracks. Amaterasu dramatically reappears, claiming her forgetfulness got the better of her and she has one last gift. She presents him with a shard of the Killing Stone, a token that will guarantee the Fox Demon tribe's loyalty. With a final wave, she prepares to leave for good, much to Chenxing's weary disbelief. The pair wave goodbye, with Chenxing mentally cataloging their incredible rewards from this unexpected encounter. His mind then wanders to the Three Tail, fantasizing about its potential humanoid form after they make a contract. The scene cuts to a modern research lab, revealing the entire adventure has been retold to someone else. He finishes recounting his tale to the researcher, admitting that despite everything, their original mission to capture a two-tail failed. The researcher dismisses the mission's outcome, grabbing him and demanding to know everything about Amaterasu and the Killing Stone. She leans back, satisfied, revealing the information he brought back is far more valuable than any two-tail, earning him extra rewards. Keeping the prophecy about Lily a secret, he carefully probes the researcher for any intel on the Knights of the Crystal Beast world or the Divine Swords. She confirms her research is focused on the Fox Demon tribe and has no knowledge of any knights, but the Divine Swords are another story. She begins to explain a series of strange incidents where beast tamers vanished mid-competition. They would reappear days later with no memory of the lost time, haunted by a single fragmented vision of a burning demonic sword. The revelation hits him as he stands with Lily, realizing this burning demonic sword must be one of the divine swords Amaterasu tasked them to find. His contemplation is shattered as the torrent sword's spirit manifests in her stunning humanoid form, catching him completely off guard. With a flirtatious and eager expression, she suggests they start a special training session right away. The sword spirit reveals her competitive drive, determined not to be outshined by Lily's recent power-up. Her control immediately falters, and she accidentally unleashes a massive, uncontrollable torrent of water. The wave subsides, leaving a flustered and drenched Lily trying to act unfazed by the mishap. Chensing reassures her, acknowledging the difficulty of controlling water as the humanoid sword spirit watches them closely. He connects the researcher's story to battles and realizes he needs to find an opponent to investigate further. As if on cue, a mysterious figure emerges from the shadows, having finally tracked them down. The stalker is revealed to be Zhang Xinling, who is comically psyching herself up for their meeting. Her attempt at a cool entrance fails spectacularly as she stumbles out, flustered to see them. Seizing the perfect opportunity, Chenxing smirks and immediately challenges the surprised girl to a beast battle. Her shock turns to fierce determination as she accepts, eager to test the strength of her own recently evolved beast. Zhang Xinling summons her powerful Knight-class beast, the magnificent Frostfire Phoenix. Chenxing is stunned by the beast's rapid evolution, its chilling aura drastically dropping the temperature. He braces Lily for the fight, reminding her to stay sharp against this formidable Knight-level foe. Zhang Xinling immediately orders her Phoenix to strike, unleashing a powerful ice attack on Lily. Lily is instantly trapped within a massive coffin of ice, caught off guard by the speed of the assault. Chenxing smirks, confident that this ice prison is nowhere near strong enough to contain Lily's true power. Inside the ice, Lily's eyes blaze with fiery red energy as she prepares to shatter her prison. She unleashes an explosive wave of fire, effortlessly shattering the ice with her own overwhelming power. Zhang Xinling feels the intense heat, acknowledging Chenxing's growth before ordering her beast to press the attack. With a crazed grin, Chenxing mirrors her determination, eagerly commanding Lily to counterattack. Lily's fiery dragon form clashes head-on with the Frostfire Phoenix's icy power. The collision of their elemental energies rips open a mysterious, swirling vortex in midair. Chenxing stares in shock, realizing this must be the portal from the researcher's strange reports. He asks Lily what she feels, and she confirms a powerful calling from within the portal, similar to the Killing Stone's pull. With all the confirmation he needs, Chenxing and Lily dive headfirst into the unknown dimension. The portal violently implodes, swallowing them whole and vanishing from the battlefield. Zhang Xinling is left utterly baffled, staring at the empty sky where her opponents just disappeared. Chenxing finds himself transported to a hellish landscape of fire and brimstone, questioning if he's even on Earth. He realizes with concern how easily the portal was triggered, fearing other tamers might also be trapped here. Lily's eyes gleam with conviction, as she senses this secret realm is specifically summoning them. A mysterious green flame suddenly appears, yanking the startled Lily and Chenxing through the fiery realm. Chenxing observes the spectral fire, realizing it's not attacking but guiding them toward an unknown destination. The flame leads them to a colossal, monstrous gate, where Chenxing senses the master of this realm awaits. Lily surprisingly reads the ancient inscription, which ominously invites them into an abyss of eternal resentment. She admits she can read the words but not their meaning, so they press on, hoping to uncover the mystery of the Red Dragon King. Their path is immediately blocked by a swarm of ferocious, lava-dwelling dragon beasts. One of the dragons lunges to attack, prompting Lily to warn her master to be careful. Lily confidently intercepts the attack, her body now glowing with the combined power of fire and water. Chenxing recognizes the new blue aura as the power of the Torrent Sword, manifesting a new bestial form. She transforms into a magnificent water-infused dragon, finally able to wield the Torrent Sword's full might in battle. Chenxing is ecstatic, amazed that Lily can wield such incredible power on her first try with the Torrent Sword. Overcome with battle fervor, Lily ignores her master's warnings and recklessly charges after the fleeing beasts. Her expression hardens with a chilling resolve, vowing to eliminate anyone who dares to threaten her master. The scene shifts to a different dragon, writhing in agony as it's consumed by a suffocating, malevolent purple energy. This beast reveals its power comes from a holy sword that awakened the battle instincts of all creatures in this realm. Sensing another sword wielder's arrival, the beast clings to its power, refusing to abandon its quest for revenge. A vision shows a shadowy figure standing over defeated beasts, promising that humanity will pay for its transgressions. The vision continues, revealing a grim battlefield littered with the defeated bodies of other beast tamers. A tamer and his beast are simultaneously impaled by a single, devastating energy attack from an unseen foe. A mysterious woman in red is revealed as the attacker, coolly listening as her victim accuses her of a cowardly ambush. The woman in red is infuriated by her victim's insult, her giant insect beast looming menacingly behind her. She's tormented by an inner demonic voice, clutching her head in agony as it mocks her worth. Unleashing her fury, she silences her victim permanently with a devastating shadowy strike. Her rage gives way to insecurity as she questions why she's single, revealing her frustration with her dating life. Her eyes widen in horror as her inner demon cruelly confirms her deepest fear, that she is unwanted. Meanwhile, an exhausted Chen Xing finally catches up to where Lily disappeared, complaining about the intense heat of the realm. The mysterious woman suddenly appears before him, and he immediately recognizes the sinister aura of the Queen Bee. She aggressively corners Chen Xing, while he internally panics, knowing he's alone and outmatched without Lily. He senses something is deeply wrong with her erratic behavior, preparing for a fight he doesn't understand. Instead of attacking, the Queen Bee collapses in despair, desperately asking for his opinion on her attractiveness. The Queen Bee is consumed by her inner demon, tormented by the rejections she's faced and the fear of being unwanted. Chen Xing seizes the opportunity, complimenting her charm while secretly planning to stall until Lily returns. As the two get closer, a tiny, confused Lily appears below, completely baffled by her master's romantic charade. Lily erupts in fury, separating Chen Xing from the Queen Bee and reminding him that she is their enemy. The Queen Bee smirks at Lily's outburst, accusing her of being jealous and having feelings for her master. Lily becomes incredibly flustered by the accusation, vehemently denying any romantic interest in Chen Xing. Chen Xing tries to calm his overprotective beast, but his words are lost in her frantic and embarrassed state. Suddenly, the Queen Bee's demeanor shifts as she unleashes a powerful attack, demanding to know if they found the holy sword. As a massive energy whip hurtles toward them, Lily screams for her master to get out of the way. A new enemy arrives, a six-wing officer named Razor, who declares he's here to clean up the mess. Lily forcefully kicks Chen Xing away, accusing him of being the reason the Queen Bee has no love life. Razor dismisses Lily's taunts, confident that the Queen Bee's loyalty to their organization is unshakable. He boasts about their generous pay before ordering his twin-blade mantis to crush them. The mantis lunges forward with astonishing speed, its purple energy blades a blur of motion. Lily's hands tremble as she parries the strike, realizing she is completely outmatched by this new foe. Chen Xing desperately tries to reason with the Queen Bee, whose back is turned as she senses his fear. Annoyed by the defiance, Razor commands his beast to power up and slice Chen Xing apart. Lily throws herself in front of her master, taking the full force of the energy slash and collapsing to the ground. Chen Xing cries out in despair, a wave of dread washing over him as he realizes their situation is hopeless. The twin-blade mantis looms over the fallen Lily, preparing to finish her with a final, devastating slash. As the mantis looms over Lily for the final blow, she stares back in defiance. In a shocking twist, the Queen Bee intercepts the attack, her hand stopping the deadly blade just in time. The force of her block sends the powerful mantis flying, stunning both Chen Xing and Razor. A mysterious inner voice taunts Chen Xing, warning of their imminent doom while he struggles to pinpoint its source. Razor furiously confronts the Queen Bee, accusing her of betraying their organization for a mere boy. Chen Xing makes a passionate plea, arguing that love is more valuable than the fleeting treasures of youth and money. The demonic voices in his head intensify, cruelly reminding him that everyone's fate now rests on his next words. Razor scoffs at the notion of love, trying to convince the Queen Bee that wealth is the only power that matters. Losing his patience, Razor commands his beast to eliminate the meddlesome Chen Xing once and for all. The twin-blade mantis unleashes a furious energy attack, hurtling straight towards the unprotected Chen Xing. A colossal, fiery dragon head materializes from thin air, completely neutralizing the mantis's deadly attack. The queen bee leans in close, asking Chenxing to be her true love, and he nervously agrees to her proposition. Elsewhere, Lily and another mysterious woman seethe with jealousy over this sudden romantic development. Enraged by her betrayal, Razor vows to discipline the queen bee, sending his mantis to clash with her fiery dragon. The queen bee commands her own beast to retaliate, unleashing a flurry of golden energy needles. Unimpressed, Razor commands his mantis to counter with a powerful new form, creating a whirlwind of purple blades. Chenxing rushes to Lily's side, his concern making her blush as she insists she's all right. Realizing the queen bee is outmatched, he asks Lily to use her ultimate power, but she needs a moment to gather strength. The twin-blade mantis shatters the stinger bee's attack with a devastating slash, proving its superior power. With her beast defeated, Razor looms over the queen bee, promising to make her pay for her treachery. Chenxing's expression hardens with resolve, declaring he will end the fight himself. Just in time, Lily summons a colossal water dragon, channeling its immense power into her sword. She unleashes a devastating vortex of energy, aiming to overwhelm her opponent completely. The blast engulfs both Razor and the queen bee, sending them flying as Razor retreats with a threat. Chenxing is stunned, realizing his own team just took out their new ally in a case of friendly fire. Suddenly, the mysterious woman Fizz appears, complaining of loneliness while Lily jealously demands his attention. Both women cling to a bewildered Chenxing, who senses a strange influence affecting their behavior. Two shadowy figures emerge from the darkness, tempting him to give in to the affection being offered. A colossal demonic entity looms over them, urging him to surrender to his desires and be consumed. Overwhelmed by their advances, Chenxing desperately tries to snap Fizz and Lily out of their trance. The demonic influence intensifies, surrounding the trio with menacing female specters. Even in peril, Lily jealously notes her master's attention is divided between her and the alluring Fizz. A mysterious voice speaks, entrusting a glowing blue sword to be the king's final line of defense. Chenxing's eyes widen in shock as he recognizes the familiar voice from his past. The colossal demon stomps its clawed foot, shaking the very ground beneath them. It unleashes a devastating beam of pure demonic energy, aiming to obliterate the group entirely. The creature's glowing red eyes fixate on its target, radiating pure malice. Suddenly, the blue sword projects a powerful shield, deflecting the blast as the demon senses another holy sword's presence. Compelled by an unseen force, Chenxing's hand reaches out and firmly grasps the legendary blade. He is instantly infused with its immense power, shocked that he can wield the torrent sword's energy. Surrounded by specters, Chenxing stands ready with the holy sword, protecting both Lily and Fizz. He unleashes a torrent of blue energy, struggling to control the sword's overwhelming power as it repels the darkness. The sword's will becomes clear to him. It is a blade of protection, and its purpose now is to defend Lily. After clearing the immediate threat, he turns to check on Lily, while Fizz watches them from the side. From the lingering demonic mist, a new, sinister female figure with haunting white eyes emerges. The entity takes the form of someone from his past, her corrupted appearance sending a chill down his spine. It morphs into a twisted version of his sister Luna, blaming Lily for her tragic, illusory fate. Horrified by this psychological attack, Chenxing desperately tries to fight off the illusion, knowing it's a trap. His eyes narrow with steely resolve as he sees through the demon's cruel deception. Enraged by the trick, he swings the torrent sword, determined to destroy the entity that dared to wear his sister's face. The illusion shatters, revealing a colossal shadow wolf as the true demonic entity behind the chaos. The beast wastes no time, slamming its massive paw down with earth-shattering force. Chenxing meets the attack with his holy sword, accusing the creature of bewitching his companions. The demon gathers a sphere of corrupting energy in its claw, preparing to overwhelm him. A torrent of demonic power crashes against his shield, threatening to shatter his defense completely. He realizes with horror that the beast is feeding on his negative emotions, growing stronger with his struggle. Seeing her master in peril, Fizz transforms and whips her massive tail to intercept the attack. Her powerful strike proves ineffective as the demonic beast towers over the cornered trio. In the brief respite, Chenxing checks on Lily, who confirms she's recovered thanks to her purification ability. The demon smirks, condescendingly mocking a crystal beast's strange desire to protect humans. Chenxing warns his companions that the demon converts emotions into power, urging them to stay calm. The trio braces for impact as the colossal shadow wolf unleashes a devastating fiery breath attack. Following her master's command, Fizz conjures a thick poison mist to conceal Lily from the demon's sight. Suddenly, Lily breaks cover, charging recklessly toward the demonic beast with furious determination. Chenxing watches in horror, desperately trying to warn her as she rushes headlong into danger. She meets the demon's powerful energy blast head-on, completely engulfed by its blinding light. The demon reveals the Holy Sword's power cannot be turned against its king, rendering Lily's attack useless. Seizing the opportunity, Chenxing throws the torrent sword to Lily, entrusting her with its power. Lily's hand closes firmly around the hilt, accepting the legendary blade and its immense energy. Channeling its full might, she unleashes the torrent sword's ultimate technique, a colossal pillar of azure energy. The colossal shadow wolf lies defeated, its eyes spiraling from the overwhelming force of the holy sword. A new sinister purple sword materializes, its spirit noting the torrent sword's rebellious nature as the defeated wolf shrinks in the background. Lily stares in awe, realizing she's now facing the power of another legendary holy sword. The spirit of the purple sword defies the king, stating it has unfinished business as it lifts the now tiny wolf. Chenxing is stunned to see the fearsome beast reduced to a small pup, questioning its true form. Fizz yelps and recoils as she touches the pup, surprised by the intense heat radiating from its body. The demonic sword spirit explains that it must lend its power to the wolf pup to fulfill a promise of revenge. Enraged, the spirit of the torrent sword manifests, furiously accusing the other blade of defying their king's will. The torrent sword spirit then turns to a surprised Fizz, asking to borrow her body for a moment. Taking control of Fizz's form, the Holy Sword Spirit declares it has been far too lenient with its rebellious counterpart. Now a massive serpent, the Torrent Sword Spirit lunges at the demonic pup, condemning its betrayal. The demonic pup retaliates with a fierce bite, declaring its loyalty to a prior vow. The two spirits clash in a furious battle, trading powerful energy blasts and accusations of treachery. Chenxing looks up in horror as the realm shatters, realizing its owner's defeat has triggered a total collapse. He desperately calls out to Lily, urging her to help him stop the spirits before their battle destroys everything. Taking matters into his own hands, Chenxing leaps into the fray, demanding they cease their reckless possession. He lands directly in the path of the Torrent Sword, forbidding it from endangering Fizz's body any further. Heeding its king's command, the Torrent Sword spirit peacefully separates from Fizz's form. Chenxing catches the unconscious Fizz, his concern evident as Lily and the demonic beast look on. The demonic spirit observes that the king has found someone trustworthy, just as a disoriented Fizz bites its tail. The demonic spirit explains its vow to save the crystal beast from a persecuting human organization. It requests leave from its king to fulfill this promise, having already located the enemy's headquarters. Fizz uses the opportunity to feign an injury for her master's attention, much to Lily's irritation. Chenxing realizes the culprits are the Darkshade group, a fact the demonic pup confirms from below. His eyes burn with resolve as he announces his intention to join the fight against them. His companions are shocked, with Fizz wrongly assuming he's been swayed by the Darkshade executive's illusion. He corrects her, revealing his true motive is to avenge Fizz for her past suffering at their hands. Deeply moved by his dedication, Fizz pulls him into a tight, grateful embrace. The demonic pup also declares its intent to join for revenge, while advising Lily to stick with the king. With the alliances settled, the demonic spirit begins to dissolve the secret realm to send them all home. The next morning, Chenxing brings a plate of food, ready to check on his new demonic houseguest. He cautiously opens the door, unsure of what he'll find on the other side. Instead of a pup, he finds a mysterious horned woman casually lounging in his bed. Utterly flustered, he demands to know the identity of the scantily clad intruder in his home. She calmly explains that this human form is a new ability the demonic pup gained after its defeat. She stretches languidly, announcing she's ready to fulfill her promise, much to Chenxing's embarrassment. A sudden realization dawns on Chenxing, but he's interrupted before he can process it. The spirit of the demonic sword, now controlling the pup's human form, teases him about the body's appeal. Leaning in closer, the spirit slyly suggests that the pup itself shares these provocative feelings. Overwhelmed and furious, Chenxing forcefully shoves the spirit away from him. The spirit pins a flustered Chenxing to the floor, taking a dominant position over him. She whispers that the pup inside wants to mark him as a sign of its affection. Licking her lips, the spirit suggests they deepen their newfound connection. Meanwhile, Lily begins to worry as she and the others wait for Chenxing at the breakfast table. Just then, a mysterious purple-haired woman arrives, expressing relief that she found his house. Her relief turns to jealousy as she sees the other girls, believing Chenxing is cheating on her. Back in the bedroom, a shirtless Chen Xing desperately tries to fend off the spirit's relentless advances. The sounds of their struggle reach the newcomer, whose face registers pure disbelief. Bursting into the room, she unleashes a furious scream, demanding to know what's happening. The confrontation moves to the living room, where the newcomer, Fizz, and the Torrent Sword spirit all condemn the demonic spirit's shameless actions. The demonic spirit reveals she's been tracking two targets who have now returned to their base. She dismisses Lily's fears, warning that involving the association would be a mistake due to traitors in their ranks. Chen Xing tempers his companion's thirst for revenge, outlining a cautious reconnaissance mission instead of a direct attack. Their destination is the imposing and modern headquarters of the notorious Dark Underworld gang. Inside, the two failed executives from before are bound and at the mercy of a sinister presence. The female agent desperately pleads for another chance, while her partner grimly accepts their impending execution. A colossal, shadowy figure looms over them, its voice laced with menace as it questions its own reputation for cruelty. The leader declares that the loss of the Holy Sword is not the reason for their punishment. Revealing his true form, the gang's boss expresses his disappointment in their disrespectful attitude. He then unleashes a wave of dark power, moving to execute his two terrified underlings without a second thought. The boss condemns their carelessness for leading their pursuers directly to the headquarters. A mysterious woman with split-colored hair watches with cold curiosity as the two agents are dealt with. She smirks with dangerous confidence, intrigued by the audacity of their unknown pursuers. Meanwhile, Chen Xing's team finds the two agents unconscious and disrobed in a locker room. Having easily infiltrated the base in disguise, the group is surprised by the gang's apparent lack of security. Chen Xing, sensing a trap, cautiously uses the Torrent Sword to create magical surveillance for a swift retreat. Unbeknownst to him, the gang's executive is already watching, identifying him as the key to the Holy Sword. She commands her subordinate to capture Chen Xing, intending to test the sword's power on his companions. The subordinate, a six-wing officer named Scorpion Lion, eagerly accepts her orders with a playful pose. Activating her powers, Scorpion Lion's form becomes transparent as she prepares to ambush her targets. The team discovers a room filled with caged crystal beasts, the very ones the demonic spirit vowed to save. Lily prepares to shatter the cages, but Chen Xing quickly stops her, urging caution to avoid alerting the enemy. He devises a new strategy. Use the Ragefire Holy Sword to track the beasts, leading them to the buyers and the pup's lost clan. Their planning is cut short as Scorpion Lion appears, identifying Lily as the key to the legendary Avalon sword. Lily's eyes widen in shock as she realizes they've been ambushed. With a flash of dark energy, Scorpion Lion ensnares Lily, pulling her into an unknown dimension. In the blink of an eye, Lily's surroundings completely transform. She finds herself trapped in a beautiful but artificial secret realm, a man-made Avalon. The gang's executive appears behind them, her eyes glowing as she challenges the captured intruders to a test of their power. Back in the base, the demonic spirit and Fizz realize Lily is gone and prepare to fight Scorpion Lion to get her back. Scorpion Lion taunts the remaining group, declaring they aren't going anywhere until she's defeated. She smirks, recognizing the Ragefire Holy Sword and welcoming the unexpected prize. The demonic spirit realizes their enemy also possesses a holy sword, explaining how she tracked them. With fierce determination, the demonic spirit volunteers to take on Scorpion Lion herself. She entrusts the rear to her allies and lunges forward, engaging the enemy in a fiery clash. As the two sword wielders battle, Chen Xing anxiously asks Fizz if more enemies are nearby. Before Fizz can answer, a colossal winged shadow materializes behind them, confirming their worst fears. Scorpion Lion challenges her opponent to a duel to prove which holy sword is superior. Accepting the challenge, the demonic spirit unleashes the full, blazing power of the Ragefire Holy Sword. Their powers collide in a spectacular explosion of red and purple energy, shaking the very foundation of the base. Fueled by vengeance, the demonic spirit lunges at the gang's boss, who finds her fury amusing. Chen Xing directs Fizz to exploit an opening, but the colossal beast attacks them with terrifying autonomy. Its speed is overwhelming, catching both Chen Xing and the Torrent Sword spirit completely by surprise. Before they can react, a dark substance ensnares them, rendering them completely immobile. Helpless, Chen Xing can only watch as the demonic spirit is overwhelmed by a devastating blast of dark energy. The battle ends swiftly, leaving the demonic spirit battered, defeated, and surrounded by shadowy beasts. The boss looms over the captured heroes, as Chen Xing realizes this enemy is stronger than anyone he's ever faced. He savors his victory with a chilling and confident smirk. Elsewhere, trapped in the artificial realm, Lily suddenly senses that her master is in grave danger. Without hesitation, she summons the Torrent Sword, its icy power flaring as she prepares to break free. Driven by a desperate need to help her master, Lily charges forward to break out of the artificial realm. Her escape is immediately thwarted as the executive intercepts her with a powerful blast of energy. The executive unleashes a massive, crackling attack, forcing Lily to defend herself against the overwhelming power. Suddenly, her opponent vanishes from sight, leaving Lily on guard against an invisible foe.